authority to shut it down. And I don't want you to have to do that. So I'm saying I had 2 tent meetings with ladies last year and year before. You're not here? Irving. I didn't see you last year. I'm not beside the call.
But, you know, I don't travel that way every day. And unless I come by to see this, you need to video us. That's fine. That's cheaper and fire marshal. But I don't ride by there every day. Good. Okay. If we're notified, then somebody tell me. I can't ride Danville all day long just riding around looking for things. I'm very busy. And I wouldn't have known about this one unless someone, you know, will let me in that there's a tent here.
Someone told you there was a tent?
Someone tell me it's a tent here because you didn't, if you'd have came down and got your permit.
I'm saying I know about that. I've already done that in 2005, and
but
I'm saying.
You keep going back 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't know
that's what I'm
that.
saying. I'm saying when I am talking to folks in Danville, I'm basically hearing, well, you know, Danville, and my own experience was I went to the office and they didn't even know how to fill out the paperwork. I had to show them how it was done from Danville.
Didn't know that.
I don't know who it was.
No.
In 2005, we knew how to fill out the paperwork.
You're saying,
stuff.
all right, so you're saying that you all have tents going up all the time, and you.
When they
can
don't
I see
come,
one when I go down to your office? Can I actually?
if you
look
have
at
the
somebody?
address, we can look to see if there's a permit issued.
I mean, say like in archives, do you actually have archives?
Not unless we don't have the permit, either the permit number or the address.
So you're saying that I can't just look at other people's tents that's being
If
set
you
up?
have the address or the permit number of the other tents, we can look and see. But that doesn't mean that means one or two things. Either they didn't get found by someone driving by, like today I did, or they decided to break the law.
Okay.
Now,
what's your
that's
name
where
again?
we need to find out.
Emily?
Here.
Okay, see, the reason I'm going through all of this is we've basically been having selective enforcement in Danville. One of the ladies from zoning actually made us take down our sign over on North Main. We went around town and videoed other signs just exactly like ours. And so what I'm basically, that's why I'm videoing, I'm trying to see is...
You need to have a sign permit.
Okay, now you're saying everybody in Danville that had a sign just like ours, and we were wishing that we'd have got the other zoning person on tape saying that everybody in Danville that has a sign just like ours is actually being enforced, driving around Danville and being enforced.
We don't
drive around looking for this. I'm a building inspector. I happen to be doing an inspection right back here behind Blackwell on a house.
Okay.
And I drove by here and I saw you were setting up.
Okay.
So I went back to the office before I came over here to ask you about it, to find out if we had issued a permit to you for this.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure
we
out.
could have sent you a letter. Actually, we would have sent Mr. Blackwell the letter because he's the property owner.
That's why I asked that, because see, I've already been down this road too.
And the fire department or somebody else could have come by here and just shut you down in the middle of your prayer meeting or revival. We're trying not to do that.
Okay.
We're trying to get you to do the right thing, even though other people did it wrong.
Do y'all
doesn't mean
know
it
me?
wrong.
I don't have any
I've
idea
never
who
met
you
you.
are. I've never met you.
Okay, I'm saying you never heard of me, don't know anything about me.
I'm getting ready to ask you who you are, so I can write it on here.
Okay, Johnny Robertson. And I'm basically just trying to make sure that I'm being treated the same way as everybody else. I don't mean any harm.
Marked doors. I've been in some tents where they've actually had doors built in the flaps.
Right.
So I mean, if you're going to keep the flaps up, then you're fine as exits go. I see that you've got your toilet facilities here.
Right.
I mean, I'll walk around and check the tent being staked down good and tight, so if we have any windstorms, it doesn't blow on it. But I mean, that's what our job is.
The gasoline storage. You need to have those in safety cans because they give off vapor. Those types right there, they'll give off vapor, and then you may have an ignition from those. So you really ought to invest in some safety cans. You know what I'm talking about, the metal ones with a spring-loaded handle. When you grab a hold of them, you got to force it open, and then those prevent any sparks from happening or any vapor leakage from those. So, really, anything over 10 gallons, you're supposed to have in a flammable liquids cabinet if it's stored inside of anything. So you can take and set them outside somewhere to where you don't get an accumulation of the vapors. Also, that probably help you out.
Okay.
All right. Need some no smoking signs too, obviously, because of the hay.
Okay, nobody smokes. I got you,
I mean,
but anyway, yeah.
You don't
this
know.
is a-
That's.
I do know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who your clientele is. So.
Yeah.
All right. And it says that a re-inspection will be done, but I'm gonna put on here. You can't open until you get the permit. Okay.
Okay.
As far as zoning, you're gonna have to come fill out a application for a sign permit. We're gonna need a drawing of the sign with the dimensions, and no one is living this. Is anyone living in here? What is this being used for?
It's just basically I'm working in there during the daytime.
Okay, because no one can stay in a camper. And then we'll have to discuss parking when you come to get your permit.
I'm just curious. Is that where you do your baptism? Or is
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious if you.
And we also have a pump in case the straw catch on fire.
At least you got some water here, right?
Yeah. We got a 450 gallon tank that we're gonna fill up here as well.
Okay. So this isn't just like a day or two thing.
No. Like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years, and
Right. Well, I'm not familiar with it. That's the reason I'm
yeah,
asking.
we're trying to do. Actually, when I was in Martinsville, in Martinsville, Henry County, it seemed to be much more regulated. When I got here to Danville, it seemed like it was just a lot less. Like I say, I've been at Leggett's, right smack in the middle of town for the last 2 years, and
Well, see, the one at Leggett's, I think they come and got the permits for.
well, I'm almost
They
positive.
did, because I'm pretty sure they had to have a special use permit.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
I think we have documentation.
I'd like to see it then, because that'll help me with my
We
new
can pull
permits
that
then.
up for you when you come
Okay.
in.
Sir, this what you just signed there?
Yeah.
It's saying that the permit's needed for this tent site. It's Blackwood Dodge, Riverside Drive. That's where we're at. So I don't have the exact physical address. You need to get your fire extinguisher, okay? Inside. Now he explained to you about your exits. I didn't put them on here because the flaps aren't down, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to put the flaps down, okay? Just have to be mindful of that. Also, this is summertime. Another safety advice is to watch the weather. In case you get a severe storm or whatever, you know what a severe storm will do to a tent, so you'll know that's coming. We also need documentation on your fire retardant for the
Yeah.
for the tent. You'll have to show that. The reason I didn't write that because you're going to have to have that for the permit. Okay?
Right.
Okay, so that's just one of the things they use for that. Other than that, on here when you sign for this, these are class 1 misdemeanors. Okay, it's not saying that you're being charged with them. We're just saying that you have to get them. I'm just showing you what you signed for. You have a right to appeal within 14 days, but that 14 days isn't still going to allow you to be able to open if you appeal. Okay, because those are required before then. But you have a right to appeal, and it has 14 days. It changed from the 20. Okay, class 1 misdemeanor can be up to a $2,500 fine or 12 months in jail. That's the maximum.
Okay. He just went to court for walking into a church building with that camera and was charged with misdemeanor trespass.
Okay. Well, I have to
We're real
tell you
familiar
that.
with how it works in
Yeah,
Danville.
the law says I have to tell you what the maximum is, and that's what I was doing. Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay.
The only thing I see that what I need you to do is bring me the tent dimensions, and we need to get some knee knockers on all these posts so that nobody trips over all those. Okay. Just bring me when you come in and get the permits, you bring by the dimensions.
I left my pen, so. Was it wrong?
Walter, Lucas, building inspector. All right.
Walter, the only other thing I should maybe is